So as you may or may not know, on the weekends I have a second job. I drive taxi for a local cab company. And the experience so far since I started driving in July has been, interesting to say the least. The stories that I have, like on the first trip I ever took someone out on a cab ride, I had to take the stinkiest man in the world, and I mean a guy who could make you projectile vomit just by sitting next to him. I mean, this guy gives the word stench a bad name. Just, I get sick just thinking about him. Or how later on that night, my first night out driving a cab, I had to take someone, or actually someone went ahead and in lieu of paying me, wanted to flash me their boobs. If I wasn't a cheap bastard. And not last weekend, but a couple weekends ago, I had to take someone to the hospital because they were stabbed in the hand. And that was a little bit interesting, as definitely one of those things I could have done without. But perhaps tonight was the most interesting story I've ever had cab driving, and it really doesn't have a lot to do with driving a cab. When I was out, actually tonight I'm still technically working, I went to a gas station to grab a soda and go to the bathroom. The station's only open till midnight, and I had to go in and get out quickly so I could be available for runs. So I go in, and I know the guy, and I ask if I could have the key for the bathroom outside. And he said, sure, but he warned me that there's a mouse. Well, that's not a problem. I have no problem with mice. I mean, a little mouse on the floor, that's not a big deal. So, yeah, give me the key. I will go and do my thing. So I go ahead, open up the bathroom door, and, looking in, and I don't see any sign of a mouse. And it kind of dawned on me a little bit that this is a men's bathroom and the toilet seat is closed. Oh, I do believe you know where this story is going, don't you? So, I go ahead, open up the toilet seat. And what should my wondering eyes appear? There's a little brown mouse in the toilet. Now, mind you, I have to pee like a Russian racehorse, whatever the hell that means, but I had to go badly. And, mouse there, at first I thought it was dead. Then it started moving around. This is a live mouse, and he looked pretty comfy and cozy where he was. Apparently, the toilet is a good natural habitat for mice. Who would have thunk it? Okay, not a problem. So I go ahead, and I don't want to touch the mouse. Mice have disease and all that. I mean, yeah, they can run around and all that, but I'm not going to take the little mouse out of the toilet. What the hell do I look like, a frickin' exterminator? So I whip out old Stanley, call it Stanley, and decide to go to the bathroom anyway. Now, mind you, I was relatively careful. I didn't try to piss on the mouse. Although that would have been funny, but no, I didn't do all that. Well, and that is a difficult job, men. You know what I'm talking about. The penis, and if any of you object to me using the word penis, fuck you. The penis, mind you, is not exactly an accurate aiming device. First you have parallax error, because, the penis is way the hell down, and your eyeballs are up here. So, aiming with that little sucker, not exactly what you would call an easy aim to begin with. Now, also put on other factors such as there's the amount of pressure in your bladder varies as it empties, and you're trying to compensate for that, in your aim as your bladder empties. So that makes it a little bit not fun. And I think every guy has gone through this once in their life. There could be the stray pubic hair right in front of the urethra, and thusly And it's like the old thing you'd see in cartoons where they put the little finger in front of the spout, and the one stream miraculously turns into two, with both going in directions you cannot predict. So we have all these things, and yet I was a good boy and did not pee on the mouse. I was, however, going to flush the mouse right down the toilet. And so I went ahead and hit the flush. And what do you know? The mouse is able to cling tight. Okay? The mouse lives to see another day until someone decides to take the mouse out and kill it. Or so I thought. So I wash my hands, bring the key back to the bathroom. This is one of those outside bathrooms that keep locked up. You know, the gas stations do so that people like me, I guess, don't vandalize it without their knowing, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I bring it back to the key back to the guy. And I go, I saw the mouse. And he goes, where? It's in the toilet. And he's freaking out because this is a man who's in his late 20s, early 30s, who's freaking out that there is a mouse in the toilet. I mean, if you wanted to be safe, why not just get some decon, throw it inside the toilet, have the mouse have a little nibble, and die? That would solve the problem right there. But no, he has to take the mouse out. And he is carrying on like the world's biggest garden variety pansy. And my heart is filled with pity. So finally, and I got to get going pretty quick because all of a sudden I get a call this time. Finally, I tell the guy, I tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to remove the mouse from the toilet. So I go back into the toilet, into the bathroom. Open up the toilet, mouse is still there. Surprise, surprise. Get a whole bunch of the paper, not the toilet paper, but the paper toweling you wipe your hands off with. You know, the stuff that if you tried to use it on your ass, that you would have, well, the world's most buffed asshole. That kind of paper. But not that I've ever done that before. No. But anyway, go ahead, take a whole wad of it. And now I got to try to catch this mouse that's in the toilet. Okay? And this is a pretty athletic mouse. This mouse decides to jump over my hand over to the other side of the toilet. And I could have swore the mouse then looked at me and gave me one of these. So by this time I'm a little angry at the mouse. Now I go ahead and go for it again, and I miss again. Third time's the charm. I grab the mouse, except I don't really get him with the paper toweling. He's like, one of my thumbs is around the mouse, and I'm worried that the mouse is going to bite me. I'm going to get rabies and die. So I finally get the mouse. The mouse does not bite me. I go ahead, decide that the mouse will live another day for giving me a fine battle. I throw the mouse outside, and the mouse scurries off. So I go into the gas station again, because I'm going to return the key again and buy a soda. And the man thanks me. And I'm just thinking to myself, what the fuck? I just performed exterminator duty for you. Where's my free fucking soda?